Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm reviewing one of the most hyped gaming monitors on the market, the Samsung Odyssey G7. Whether you're a hardcore gamer, a competitive esports player, or someone just looking for an insanely immersive experience, the G7 is one of those displays that built to turn heads and drop jaws. Let's get started. Also, the link to this TV will be included in the video description below. Now, let's kick things off with design. The Odyssey G7 is aggressive, futuristic, and unmistakably gamer-centric. From the angular stand to the RGB lighting at the back that Samsung calls Infinity Core, it just screams high-end. And yes, I know RGB lighting isn't for everyone, but it's subtle enough that you can actually appreciate it without feeling like you're in a nightclub. The 1000 era curvature is one of its standout features. It wraps around your field of view in a way that pulls you right into the action. It's more curved than your typical 1800 air or even 1500 air panels, and honestly, it takes about 10 minutes to get used to, but once you do it, it's hard to go back. The stand is pretty sturdy with a wide V-shaped base that doesn't wobble or flex. You get full adjustability here, height, tilt, swivel, and even pivot. So ergonomically, Samsung nailed it, and bezels are thin enough to keep things looking modern, and the cable management is decent, not amazing, but gets the job done. Now, let's talk about the specs because this is where the Odyssey G7 flexes hard. We're looking at 27-inch or 32-inch QHD panel with 2560 by 1440 resolution. The refresh rate is 240 Hz, and it doesn't stop there, it also supports NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro. So you're getting that buttery smooth wearable refresh rate experience with no screen tearing or input lag. What really blew me away though was the response time. Samsung claims a 1 millisecond GTG response, and in real-world usage it's impressively fast. Ghosting and motion blur are minimal, and whether you're playing fast-paced shooters like Valorant or Apex Legends, or just enjoying cinematic single-player games like Cyberpunk 2077, this monitor keeps up without breaking a sweat. Now let's talk about colors. The Odyssey G7 uses a VA panel, which often gets a bad rap for color shift and viewing angles, but Samsung really did a solid job tuning this display. Out of the box, it's got good color accuracy, and with a bit of calibration, it gets even better. You're looking at about 95% DCI-P3 coverage, which means the colors are vibrant, rich, and deep. It's great not just for gaming, but also for media consumption, photo editing, and even content creation if you are not in the ultra-professional space. It also supports HDR600, which is decent. It's not OLED level HDR, let's be real, but the brightness peaks over 600 nits, and it does bring out more contrast and detail in HDR-enabled games and movies. Deep blacks thanks to the VA panel really help here, but don't expect miracles. It's a nice bonus, not the main reason to buy this monitor. Now let's talk about gaming experience. Honestly, it's top tier. The high refresh rate, low latency, and immersive 1000 error curve create this all-encompassing feel that's hard to describe. You are not just playing the game, you are in the game. Titles like Doom Eternal, with their fast movement and intense visuals, feel insanely fluid on this thing. Competitive gamers are gonna love it. The 240 Hz refresh rate paired with that low response time gives you a real edge. Everything feels immediate, input lag is practically non-existent, and G-Sync FreeSync keeps frame pacing super consistent even when your GPU dips a bit. If you're a console gamer though, like on PS5 or Xbox Series X, keep in mind you won't fully utilize the 240 Hz and you are capped at 1440p, but you will still get a beautiful image with great motion handling. By the way, prices on this TV update almost weekly with sales and other general price drops, so if you want to find the most updated information, simply check out the video description and you will find the latest prices. And of course, if you find this video helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Now I know some of you aren't gaming 24/7, so how does the Odyssey G7 handle day-to-day tasks like productivity and content consumption? Actually, it's pretty good. The high resolution gives you tons of screen real estate, and the curve, while geared towards immersion, also helps reduce eye strain over long hours. Text is sharp, multitasking is seamless, and watching YouTube, Netflix, or even editing video is a pleasure. However, keep in mind that it may take some time to get used to the curvature, so if you are mostly working with spreadsheets or doing lots of document reading, it's not a deal breaker, but it's definitely definitely something to consider. Samsung's OSD is solid, it's controlled by a joystick at the back of the monitor, and navigating the menus is pretty intuitive. You get your usual array of display modes, game enhancements like black equalizer, low input lag mode, and customizable crosshairs. There is also support for Samsung's easy setting box software if you're on Windows. That lets you break the screen up into different zones and manage window layouts more efficiently. It's not groundbreaking, but it's a nice touch for multitaskers. Alright, so how much this monitor costs? As of now, the 27-inch model hovers around $550 and the 32-inch version is closer to $650, depending on where you buy it. It's definitely not budget territory, but when you stack up the specs, 240Hz, QHD, 1000 Air curve, G-Sync and FreeSync compatibility, solid HDR, you are getting a ton of monitor for your money. If you're looking to future-proof your setup or step into high-end gaming territory, this monitor checks a lot of boxes. It's not perfect, but you will be hard-pressed to find this level of performance and immersion in the same price bracket. So should you buy the Samsung Odyssey G7? If you are a gamer who wants that edge in performance and immersion, this thing delivers in spades. It's fast, it's stunning, and it pulls you into the game like few other monitors can. Sure, the HDR isn't mind-blowing, and the aggressive curve may not be for everyone, but if you're all about the experience, this is the monitor to beat. Let me know in the comments, guys. Are you planning to pick up this TV, or are you going to stick with what you already have? That's it for this video, guys. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if this video is helpful, and make sure to check out the description for links to find the most up-to-date pricing on this monitor. See you in the next one.